When I think of God taking our stories and merging them, colliding them into his bigger story, I can't think of another story besides the Apostle Paul's that's more profound than the story of Joseph and in Genesis chapter 37 through 45, that you've got this young guy, this dad's favorite, the youngest, who is well, he's a brat and he has a dream. He's got God's favor on him, but he has a dream and he tells it to his big brothers, thinking that there's not going to be any consequence to that. But they actually act like he gets killed and they sell him into slavery into Egypt. And this is a train wreck. This seems like something that this is all bad. There's no good that's going to come out of this. We can't see any good that's going to come out of this. He's in Egypt. He's a slave in Egypt. He's then he becomes a servant of a high official, and that gets him in big trouble. He goes into prison. That again, these are things where you think this can't be good, and yet you see in his story that in all of the pieces, God is working somehow, that God is tying these things together. God is using gifts and victories and defeats and weaknesses, and he's weaving this together in one big story. And at the same time, he is changing Joseph to become somebody who actually is somebody who can be counted on. That the story doesn't stop with all the calamity. The story, actually, the calamity and all of the struggles and all of those things are part of what makes the Joseph story so dynamic, so beautiful, so impacting, and so life changing. It changes the lives of everyone. For in Egypt and the place where he lives that are not his people, and for Israel, the people that are his people, it saves them in a time of great famine. All of this is part of God's greater story. And God takes us and brings us along in that story and then brings big changes out of our small things. And I think that the problem with us is that we think we got to play a big part. No, we don't. We just have to play our part. Think about Joseph today and then your part in God's bigger story.